Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the match preview for Chelsea versus Brighton at Stamford Bridge. It's felt like a long week since that Newcastle defeat last weekend, but finally we're pretty close to Chelsea being back in action. 2 p.m. kickoff against Brighton on Sunday. Bit of a grudge match given all the recent transfer business between the two sides. Sanchez, Caicedo, Cucurella, Graham Potter and all that sort of thing added a bit more spice to this game, which didn't really used to exist beforehand. But it's also quite funny as well, guys. We haven't actually beaten Brighton in our last 5 games in the Premier League. Obviously, we beat them in the League Cup this season. They've had a game in Europe last night, Thursday night, against AEK Athens. They went pretty strong in that game. They've got a lot of players out injured. We've been down this road before, people. We've been down this road before in terms of teams having players out, thinking we might be able to do something and then not being able to do it. But there's lots to get into as always. Mauricio Pochettino confirming that Romeo Lavia will be out for this game, but Christopher Nkunku will face a late assessment tomorrow to see if he will play some part on Sunday against Brighton. He's been obviously talking up about our Champions League qualification, whether it's realistic or not. He's been talking about the pressure on Moises Caicedo. And he's also been talking about how, we are our own worst enemies as well. All that stuff to dive into, people. Maybe we'll get into a little bit of January transfer news as well, potentially. 1 month now until the window opens. It's kind of all we've got excited about in recent times is the transfer window, because there's not been an awful lot to cheer about on the pitch. But hopefully that will start to change soon, guys. December's upon us. A busy month of fixtures. No longer are we playing once a week anymore. We've now entering a period where we've got 3 games in the next 7 days. We've got Sunday, we've got Brighton. Wednesday, we've got Man United. The following Sunday, we then have Everton as well. So we've got 3 games coming up in the space of 7 days. And it's now time to put our squad to the test. And hopefully come out on the other side of this in a much better situation. But anyway, people, make sure you run those likes up. As always, we've got to be hitting 50 likes, absolute minimum. So please make sure you're smashing that like button as soon as you come in. If you've not done it, make sure you do it now. And hit that subscribe button if you are new around here as well. Obviously, guys, I try and get through as many things in the chat as possible. If you want to guarantee your message gets read out, use the super chat function. Any donations greatly appreciated by myself, or you can join as a channel member by hitting the link in the description. $1.99 per month to support myself and the channel. The more members we get, I will start doing member only shows and things like that. So have a little think about that one, people, and let's dive into it. Let's see what you lot are saying in the chat before we get into proceedings. I hope we're seeing Nkunku come off the bench this weekend. Yeah, we've all been waiting a long time. If he passes the late assessment tomorrow, then I'm sure we'll see him get maybe 10 or 15 minutes on Saturday. Michael, hope you're good. Pick yourself up. Yeah, the Enzo criticism is a bit of a strange one. If he was scoring a goal from about 30, 40 yards every other week, then the narrative surrounding him would be totally different. Yes, big up, my guy. Hope you're good. Yeah, Lavia may be on the bench for United game. I think Lavia more likely to be on the bench for the Everton game than the United one, because there's not much of a turnaround between Sunday and Wednesday. But you never know. Lavia debut won't be too far away on that one. Yes, guys, make sure you do that. Smashing the likes. No freeloading, people. No freeloading. That's not what we like to see, is freeloading content, people. So run those likes up. You guys know what to do. RD, big up, bro. Hope you're doing well. Peter Pan, Nkunku shouldn't start because he's played no football since August, and we're going to have to ease him back in. It'll be a similar situation to what we had with Reece James in terms of easing him back in. I wouldn't expect Nkunku to start a game until we play Newcastle in the Carabao Cup on the 19th. That for me is I'd earmark that as a game that might be Nkunku's first start. I simply do not see him starting any of the games before then, and it would be irresponsible to do that as well. I don't think we'll get Champions League football because I don't feel confident. Look, again, yeah, no, for sure, it's going to be an uphill battle, but that still has to be the aim. Simple as that. That still has to be the aim, guys. I wouldn't go that far. It's still a long way to go in the season, people. Yes, it's not been the best start. Yes, it's been disappointing. We all know that, but there is still quite a way to go, guys. So I wouldn't be writing everything off just yet, even though, we are finding ourselves staring down quite a big points gap still. I think it's one of those where we can absolutely, if we can put a good second half of the season together, maybe get some reinforcements in January, particularly in that centre forward position, a real goal scorer, then I think there's a possibility we could make a big push in the second half of the season. But yeah, that's a long way off still. Let's wait and see how we do. I mean, look, this game really is must win now. I know I've said it before a few games, but we are entering must win territory with this big run of December fixtures coming up. And let's actually bring these December fixtures up on screen now, people. Here we go. So look, this is our run of fixtures in December, including the Carabao Cup game. We've got 2, 4, 6. We've got 8 matches this month, 7 in the league. And this, for me, as I've said before, this period really is make or break for the season. I think this will have a big impact on whether we're going to be still in contention to qualify for the Champions League come the new year, or we're well and truly out of contention. We're also going to find out if we're going to progress any further in the Carabao Cup. And look, there's some tough games there, but there's also some very winnable games there as well. You look at Brighton coming off the back of a Europa League game on Thursday in Greece. Yes, I know Greece is not the furthest place to go, but it's a fixture, it's travel, it's all these additional things that we've not had. We've had a full week to prepare for this game. So there should be no excuses for not turning up and being bang on it. But you look at it, you've got Brighton at home. Man United away on Wednesday is going to be a tough one. Obviously, we'll look ahead to that more next week, but that's going to be a tough one. Not one there since 2013 at Old Trafford. Everton away, we don't have a particularly good record there either. But then you're looking at games like Sheffield United, Wolves on Christmas Eve, Crystal Palace at home, Luton away. You're thinking, like, out of those 7 games, if you discount the Carabao Cup, I honestly think we need a minimum of 4 wins. We need a minimum of 4 wins. You've got to be looking at winning your home games, Brighton, Palace, and Sheffield United. And then I think you take an away win. To be honest, there should be 5 wins there. In my opinion, there should be 5 wins there. Brighton, Everton, Sheffield United, and Palace. Brighton, Everton, Sheffield United, Palace, and Luton. Those should be the 5 wins out of those 7 games there. I think United away is always a difficult one, and Wolves away is a tricky one as well. But we should be looking at around 5 wins there. I know it doesn't work like that, but you have a brief look at it, and I'm thinking, yeah, we should be aiming for 5. We should be aiming for 7 wins, but I think 5 wins is realistic. I don't see why 5 wins should be unrealistic. That's exactly what we should be aiming for. It's more than doable, but again, it's going to require us to, make full use of the squad. We've still got 7 players out. Not through injury. We've got 7 players out for the Brighton game, maybe 8 if Nkunku doesn't make it. We still got players out, but we're coming into a run of games where it literally is make or break for the season. It really is, in my opinion. Champions League qualifications either still on at the end of this run, or it's totally finished and we're playing for Europa League or Conference League in the second half of the season. But this is big, people. This is big. What happens if we don't beat Brighton? We don't beat Brighton, then yeah, it's a problem for sure. It is a problem. Hopefully we do some squad rotation for those. Yeah, no, we will absolutely have to. There's no way we can play the same starting 11 Sunday, Wednesday, Sunday. Absolutely can't be doing that. No chance at all. Mate, I hope so. I really hope we do, but I never feel confident going. It doesn't matter how bad they are. I never feel confident playing United because we've not beaten them in the league since 2017, and we've not won at Old Trafford since 2013. I don't know what it is. We couldn't even register a win against Ole's United, one of the worst United teams in recent times. So yeah, it's a real strange one. We need to win 6 games out of 8. At least either we are 6th or we completely give up again and finish 13th. Who knows? No, I don't think so. Yeah, mate, if Nkunku's, got minutes against United and Everton, maybe he starts against Sheffield United, but I think it's still more likely the Cup. There's not really been any news on the Gusto injury. I mean, I think it's probably to do with his knee. There was a minor ligament issue, which is why he pulled out international duty over the last break, but there's been nothing on it from Chelsea on that front. We can forget Carabao Cup now. No, I don't think we can forget the Carabao Cup. I'd actually fancy us to beat Newcastle in the Cup at home. Newcastle always make a lot of changes. They've got a lot of games as well. Obviously, haven't got as good a squad as us. So, yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? It is an interesting one. But yeah, guys, those are the fixtures. It's what you look forward to. It's boring playing once a week. I'll be totally honest. It is crap playing once a week. You have to sit on it for a whole week if you've played crap. You just want the games to come thick and fast, and that's exactly what's happening over the next month, people. We have got a lot of games coming up, and we'll have a much, much better idea of how this Chelsea season's going to pan out once we get to the end of this run of fixtures. We're going to have a real idea what sort of way we're going to be looking at. Lucas, hope you're doing well, brother. Nkunku's going to be assessed tomorrow. Whether he's going to be available for the squad or not. If he is available, then he'll be on the bench to begin with. He's not going to go straight into the starting 11. His minutes will be managed carefully. He'll be built up over a period of games, like Reece James has been. It's the sensible way of doing things. We've been without him for 4.5 months at least. So we don't want to chuck him in and then be without him again for a few more months. So yeah, he'll be managed. He won't be starting at games. Certainly won't be starting, I don't think, any of the next 3 or 4 games, in my opinion. Right, let's move away, people, from the fixtures, and let's dive into a little bit of what Mauricio Pochettino has been talking about in terms of our chances on the top 4. Look, I still think they're slim. They are slim. Look, there's still a chance there, for sure. There's still a chance there, but it's going to require us to do something pretty special pretty quickly. We need to believe it's realistic. It's going to be tough to achieve the places to allow us to play in European competition. The most important now is to see the process and improve every day. That's a difficult thing, always to focus on today and not tomorrow. Yeah, look, I agree to an extent with that. Look, we absolutely have to believe it's realistic. It's going to be tough to achieve. Like, there's no point saying it's not going to be tough to achieve, because it absolutely is going to be difficult. Let's not hide away from that. We're already a chunk of points, 10 points or so off 4th place, or it could even be a bit more now. It could be 11 or 12. Actually, I stopped looking at the table recently because it doesn't make good reading. But I think we're at least 10 or so points off the top 4 spaces. That's got to improve rapidly. That has to improve. We need to do more. But it's just about believing, and if we just make the improvements each day, focus on each day individually, and then hopefully come together as a collective over a period of weeks and see some major improvements, then that could lead to big improvements in our form and stringing runs of wins together, etc., and all things like that. But there's no denying it. We are already in December now, when we're bang up against qualifying for the Champions League. I don't think any of us thought that we would be where we are right now. I think we probably expected to be a lot closer to those Champions League places, and it's obviously unfortunate that we're not where we want to be. Is it a surprise? You could say it's potentially a surprise, but you could also say maybe it's not a surprise. We probably should have expected to still be struggling a little bit this season. It's another new manager. It's a totally new squad. These things, unfortunately, do take time, but it's about just seeing the process of improvement each day and seeing where that takes us. If we can generally improve each day, then that's all we can ask for, is to continue to compete and improve every single day, and then see kind of where that takes us. If we get a proper striker, I think we'll be more confident getting European football. I think we can absolutely get European football. It just depends what competition we're going to be playing in. And I'll be honest, I tipped Champions League at the start of the season. I'm not going to change my mind, but I do have to say that it's looking more likely that it will be probably Europa League, or dare I say it, even fucking Conference League. Do we have a technical director since Vivell vacated the position? I personally think we should get Maldini, since we are our chief of revenue. I think we've already got someone doing the technical director role. I think it's one of Winstanley or Stewart or or someone else. So yeah, no, I don't think we're not looking for another technical director. I don't believe. Nothing worse than losing to United. Yeah, I hate losing to United. Probably one of the worst. Deserved. They've been shit in that competition. Simple as that. I don't know. I think we've got to, not be too wide of the mark and jump the gun too soon. Yes, it's not great reading now, but there's still what? How many games we played? 13. There's still what? 27. No, there's still like 23 games left or something like that. There's still over 20 games left. So yeah, there's still more than enough time to look to put this right. Luke Shaw was 2 months out. Yeah, but again, this I think with him, that obviously wasn't as serious an injury. I think he'd probably been playing quite a lot of. I think he'd maybe been playing for the 21s or something like that. But look, I hear you. But it's important that we manage these players because Nkunku, I wouldn't say he's injury prone, but he has suffered quite a few injuries in the recent past. There's no point rushing these guys. There's really not. I don't think we will get Champions League. No, fair enough. I think that's an absolutely fair assessment right now. It is looking pretty difficult. Guys, by the way, what else is also looking pretty difficult is the fact we're only on 23 likes. Come on, people. Let's run them up. We've got 27 in the building. There's definitely no way that every single person in there has smashed the like button. So let's run it up, guys. We should at least be heading towards a minimum of 50 likes. So come on, guys. Let's run those likes up. No excuses not to. I want to see those likes rising up very, very quickly. All right. So let's get them up, people. Smash the like button. Let's get to 50 as quickly as we can. Do what you need to do, people. It's a good community we've got going here, so make sure you're smashing that like button as soon as you come in, or do it right now. It's free. It takes seconds, and it gets more eyes on the channel, and and boosts us in the YouTube algorithm. And that's what we want. People. We want more eyes on the channel. We want more people tuning in. We want more subscribers. So do all that good stuff, guys. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. That's the bare minimum, guys. So yeah, run those likes up. What else we got going on in the chat here? I would take Osimhen ahead of Tony 10 times out of 10. So much more dangerous and works more. If we take pens off him, yeah, but this sort of thing. If you take pens away, like everyone scores pens. Pens still count as goals. Like it's like saying, Cole Palmer's scored no goals because they've all been penalties. Like penalties still count just because it's an easier opportunity, perhaps in an open play goal. Penalties still counts. This idea that Tony only scores penalties is a nonsense. And even if a few of his goals are penalties, so what? You still got to put it in the back of the net, and it still counts as a goal. Yeah, I'm not really sure how they work it out, but if Newcastle and Man United both don't get through, then yeah, that's going to be a problem, and it could more than likely just end up as being the first four spaces. Chelsea made the right decision not getting an Arna. Yeah, I think so. It's looking that way right now. I'm sure we're getting back to Europe. Only a few moments of the process remaining, and we start kicking in. Let's hope so. See, Silva is either playing Brighton or United. Well, he's going to have to play Brighton because we've got no fullbacks. We've got 0 fullbacks available for this Brighton game. Chilwell and Gusto both injured, and then we've obviously got Cucurella and James both suspended. We've got 0 fullbacks available for this game, so we're going to have to go 4 centre-backs at the back. If you don't like the stream, Chelsea, yeah, guys, make sure you run the likes up. Come on, people, stop freeloading the content, guys. It's very simple thing to do. Let's get this up to 50 likes. Yes, how you doing? I hope you're good. If you want to jump on, just let me know, and I'll send you the link. If you're not busy, just let me know. Who do you think will win out of Galatasaray? It's not probably Galatasaray, but I mean Copenhagen have done a lot better than people think, so I wouldn't be surprised if they won. But I don't think it'll be a draw. I think there'll definitely be a result. Silva definitely Silva will definitely start this game for sure. He'll start this game because we haven't got any choice. United, I think he probably starts United as well. It'd be interesting to see what Pochettino does. It will be really interesting. Look, Martson won't get an opportunity. Pochettino does not see Ian Martson as a left back, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. So Martson might be on the bench. Maybe he gets some minutes, but yeah, I absolutely would be shocked if Martson started this game at left back. I just absolutely cannot see it. No, I think Silva will start both these games. I'm pretty certain on that. But yeah, look, top 4 chances. I think that's the way we have to approach it. We have to believe in it. It's going to be tough to achieve. But look, it's in our control. We need to go out there on the pitch and do the business. That's the reality of the situation, guys. We've got to go out there, do the business, get it done, and see if we can make any inroads into the gap that is ahead of us at this point in time. If we talk about sort of where we are at with Chelsea right now, and I think it's important to sort of realise that I think what Pochettino says is true here. Talking about, we are our own worst enemies. We need to focus on us. The problem is not going to be Brighton. In this process, we need to pay more attention to ourselves than the opponent. And I absolutely get what he's saying. If you look at the games we've had this season and the amount of times that we've been in decent positions in matches and then just shot ourselves in the foot inexplicably by just making stupid errors, people lacking discipline, letting the side down, we'd have a lot more points than we do currently right now. You only have to look at Arsenal, for example. That was completely our fault. We orchestrated our own downfall. You look at Newcastle. I'm not saying we did enough to win that game, but we just fell apart. I think we probably could have. I think we could have got a point there without all those errors that led to the goals. That's just 2 games right there that we could have been better off in. Like, with the amount of times that we shoot ourselves in the foot is a major issue, people. We can't be allowing ourselves to. We can't keep doing this. We can't keep getting ourselves in a good position and then shooting ourselves in the foot and then being like, oh, we've thrown it away again. We've got to find a way of not throwing games away right now, and it's what we're doing. I think it comes down to concentration. It comes down to discipline or a lack of. And we need to focus more on ourselves. Do the best that we can do. Don't do anything stupid. Don't lose your heads. Keep the momentum going. And if we just focus on ourselves, everyone does their job that they're supposed to do. But if I see any more goals conceded from set pieces, I'm going to go mad because, the last 2 games, we've just given 2 free headers in the box. No one picking up their men. And it's been 2 free headers and 2 goals that it's cost us. We're looking leaky at the back right now. That's back-to-back games we've now conceded 4 goals in, which is not good enough. It's not acceptable. I pride us on being defensively good. We are defensively good, but there's no getting away from the fact that we're 9 goals conceded in 3 games right now. That's not good enough. That simply is not good enough, people. Simply not good enough. We have to do it. We have to get ourselves in a position where we stop conceding stupid goals. It's basic fundamental errors we're making for a lack of concentration. Everyone needs to be switched on. And at the moment, there's too many players that aren't switched on right now, guys. It really is that simple, in my opinion. Yep, Reece James is suspended. Yes, he is, because he got sent off in the last game against Newcastle. So it's a 1-match ban, 2 yellows. Yeah, guys, keep running it up. We're 28 out of 50 so far. That's not great. Those likes need to improve ASAP. So let's keep running them up, people. There's a few more in the building now. 37 in the building. Not everyone smashed the like button, so let's get it done. Get this up to 50, people. Yeah, calling show will be back. I know I've not done it for a while. It will be back. I don't know when. Maybe next week. Maybe Monday or something next week, potentially. Try and get one in before the United game, or certainly before the Everton game. Sometime next week. I'll see what I can work out where to put it in. Hopefully not, mate. Hopefully not. Problem is that each time we win or get a result against a big team, our fan base get carried away. Everybody's talking about turning a corner. Yeah, no, I hear you, mate. We've all been guilty of that. Just as you feel this team's making a bit of progress and you think, right, we're building towards something here. You don't have a game like Newcastle and you think, fuck, well, how much progress did we actually make? It sort of all comes crashing back down. But yeah, look, I think we're on the right path. It's just there's going to be a few more bumps in the road. It's not going to be a smooth path to the top. There's going to be ups and downs. We're going to have a few more games like Newcastle where we just get hammered and we're shit. Well, we just got to hope we have more good games than those bad ones. Why are you scared of United? I thought you said you were a better team. I mean, I'm not saying we're going to blow you out the park, but I think, you know, Chelsea are a better team than United. I'd be confident of us getting a result. I think the only difference between the two sides right now is that you've got more leaders and you've got people that can put the ball in the net on a more consistent basis. So yeah, look, I feel confident we can get a result on Wednesday. But give it our record there is not good, so that always has to be in the back of your mind. Would you start Mudryk this game? I'm going to get into the lineup a little bit later on. Lots to discuss there. I hope so as well. I think this could be a good game for him. We really need to get back to Champions League. It's boring without Chelsea and Liverpool. It is the worst Champions League I've ever watched. I've not watched an awful lot of the group stage. Some of the group stage games have been pretty good, mainly the ones involving Madrid, actually. Been some decent games. But yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, guys. I do hear what you're saying. We could be 10 points behind United and I'll still say we're better than them. Yeah, no, bro, I hear you. The football they're playing is absolute shite. It's just they're somehow picking up results. And I don't know how they're doing it. But yeah, that luck runs out and eventually you do get exposed. And I think they're coming into a run of games where they could well be about to get exposed. Which, yeah, let's hope that we can do something on that as well. Well, yeah, that absolutely isn't happening. So sorry to disappoint you, but whatever happens on Wednesday, there's going to be no sacking. So yeah, I'm sorry to burst your bubble there. Brighton are conceding goals as well. They're joint fifth in the most goals conceded in the Premier League with 23. No, we can absolutely beat Brighton for sure, people. We can beat them. Yes, there's no win in the last 5 against them, but you know, they are letting a lot of goals in as well. I think Lewis Dunk's suspended. They've got injuries to Ansu Fati, who's key for them. They've got dangerous players though. Matoma, Evan Ferguson, Joao Pedro. You know, these are guys that can cause problems. So yeah, we do absolutely need to be on our game. We absolutely need to be on our game, people. Simple as that. But look, that's for another game to worry about. Let's see. I mean, if it's 3-0 at half time, I might be tempted to leave, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I won't leave, but you know, I can't lie. It wouldn't cross my mind if we were 3 down at half time. I see a 94th minute Nkunku equaliser off the bench. Yeah. I mean, look, just get the points. I don't care how shit we play. I don't care what we do. Just get the Yes, all good, brother. All good. Yeah. On Side's channel. Hopefully, Side's going to try and come on for a match preview before Wednesday's a busy guy, so we'll see what we can do on that front. But yeah, no, it's all good fun. It's all good fun. But yeah, we do need to focus on us. We need to cut the sloppy errors out. We need to focus. We need to keep discipline. And yeah, we just need some more leadership on the pitch and more leadership on display. So let's hope that we can see that on Sunday. So yeah, let's see what we can. Let's see what we can do. I'll be interested. To see what we can do on this one, people. It's going to be tough, but we simply have to win. We simply have to win. There's no more questions asked. I don't want to see any more Instagram posts from players about this and that. Oh no, we're going to do better. You know, this is all part of the process. Just fucking go and win. I'm sick of it. I don't want to hear it. Just go out there and do your best and just get the job done. Simple as that. Yes, bro. Big yourself up. I hope you're doing well. How do we get here every game as a Chelsea fan? Yeah, it's interesting. Like you feel confident heading into a few games, and then the confidence you had then disappears after a bad result, and you're sort of thinking, yeah, now maybe I don't feel as confident as I thought I did. It is a bit of an issue. It is a bit of an issue. But look, we just have to try and come through it. Let's see what we can do, though, people. Who's going to be captain? Probably Silva, I'd imagine. Or it'll be Gallagher, won't it? It'll probably be Conor Gallagher. Still can't believe Silva doesn't have the captain armband instead of Reece James. Yeah, no, I think it's a fair thing to say, for sure. I think it is a fair thing to say. What else have we got? Right, let's move away from that. I think it's true, though. We need to focus on ourselves and stop making stupid errors. That much is absolutely clear. But yeah, look, I think let's look a bit further ahead now to this game, people, because it's another opportunity to play a team ahead of us. We had an opportunity to close the gap on Newcastle. We didn't take it. We now have a chance to sort of close 3 points up on Brighton, and we really need to do it. We're still just. I mean, I never thought I'd be cheering on a Fulham win on Monday night to make sure we stayed in the fucking top half of the table. But such is life, people, and such is where we're at with Chelsea right now. But guys, we are still 10th. Let's have a look at the table as we head into this game then. We're 10th on 16 points, 1 win in the last 5 Premier League games. Same as Brighton. Do you know what the depressing thing is, people? We can't even move up a place in the table if we win. We're literally, even if we win, we're still going to stay 10th. But there's a chance to go 3 points closer to Brighton. It'll be 19 to their 22, but we are 1 win in the last 5, which is not great. I mean, our last win was the Tottenham game in our last 5. Oh, that's really poor. Brighton are 1 win in their last 5 as well, a win in 3 draws, 1 defeat. We need to win this game. Simple as that. We could move up to 19 points. It's depressing when you look at it and you see that we've lost more games than we've won this season, which is mad. We've won the least amount of games in the top half, 4 wins, which is the least amount of wins in the top 10. Yeah, it's crazy where we're at right now. But this Brighton game is massive. Like, there's no excuses not to win this game. We simply have to, because we've had a whole week to prepare for it. They've got a lot of injuries themselves as well. They've had a game on Thursday night, as I said. There's no excuses not to do this. We have to turn up Sunday, 2 p.m. and get into them from minute 1. We have to get into them from minute 1 and do our thing. There's no excuse. There's no excuses not to be beating Brighton, even if it's a 1-0 like it was in the cup, or we're going to get whatever it is, however we do it, just get the 3 points and bring them back, because we desperately need them now. When you look at this table, 16 points, Aston Villa in 4th on 28 points. We're 12 points off the top 4 already. We're 8 points behind Man United already as well. Like, it's mad. We're already 4 points behind West Ham, and we're 6 points behind Brighton, 7 behind Newcastle. Like, that's going to take a few weeks to overturn that. So we really have to start picking the points up right now, as soon as possible, people. That is what we have to be doing. It's as simple as that, guys. It really is that simple. Because otherwise, we're instead of looking at the gap ahead of us, we're going to be looking at the gap behind us and watching our backs very carefully. And do you know what? We're level on points with Brentford at the moment as well. Still, Brentford on 16, Wolves are on 15, Palace 15. Look, if we were to, I mean, potentially, if we were to draw or lose and Palace win, we'd go beneath Palace. We could go beneath Brentford as well if we don't win. Could go beneath Fulham if we don't win. We could go level on points with Forest. Like, honestly, it's kind of mad. Obviously, I'm not saying we're going to go down, but we're closer to, I think, what's that? Relegation zone, 5 points to 16 is 11 points. Yeah, we're closer to the relegation zone than we are to the top 4. But yeah, anyway, it is what it is. This, as you can imagine, guys, we know full well this game is absolutely critical for us. And it's must win already. I know it's been 13 games, but it is must win. When you see 5 L's in the column and only 4 wins, that's not good enough. Simple as that. Not good enough. And like, you look at it and it's absolutely mad how United are the most informed side in the Premier League right now. 4 fucking wins from their last 5 for the absolutely diabolical football they're playing. But the difference is, guys, they either win or they lose. They've won 4 more games than us, and they've lost the same amount of games. It's the draws that are killing us at the moment. It really is. We've got to, obviously, we have to improve that massively. But look, let's see what we can do. But yeah, it's a crazy one still. Like, we've got to be doing better than we're currently doing, and it's down to us. It is down to us, people. It is down to us. It really is. But let's see what we can do, guys. Let's see what we can do. It is a must win. I even said Newcastle was verging on must win. This is must win. So we can't keep making excuses anymore, you know, for these stupid mistakes that we're making. It's as simple as that, people. This is must win. We have to win this game. And what we also have to do, guys, is hit 50 likes, and we're still 15 short. So, people, if you're locked in now, make sure you are smashing that like button. We're 34 likes. We need 15 more to 50. Come on, guys. We need to get this done before the end of the stream. 50 likes minimum. Should be very simple. Absolutely no excuses. There's more of you in here that haven't smashed the like button. So, come on, guys. There's no excuse not to do it. Just get it done. It's free. It takes seconds, and it really, really helps me out. And if you don't want to hear me keep going on about it, then make sure you smash that like button. And in the next 10 or 15 minutes, when I look at it again, there should be 50 likes there. Simple as that, people. But yeah, anyway, we have to turn those draws into wins. No, we absolutely do, brother. We absolutely do. Let's if we lose, call the season off. And we obviously can't call the season off, but yeah, it would be another huge hammer blow to the season already. It'd be a huge risk to the season. It really will be. But you know, let's see what we can do, guys. Let's see what we can do. But people, let's move into the team news then. Let's have a little look at this one. Obviously, we've got a late assessment on Christopher Nkunku. And then we're obviously going to see what happens from there. Lavia, I think, is a bit further behind. We know that because obviously Poch confirmed it. We've got a real defensive scenario to sort out here, guys. You know, we've got no fullbacks available. All four fullbacks are out through injury and suspension. You know, other than that, I think the team does pretty much pick itself, the standard sort of 4-2-3-1 system. By the way, guys, of course, let me know your thoughts in the chat as well on the team. But it looks like it is going to be 4 centre-backs at the back, unless we have a situation where he decides to play Moises Caicedo at right back, who he has played right back before for Brighton. He obviously played it very well at the Emirates when Brighton won there last year, I think 3-0. He can do it, but I think we need him more in midfield. I think by putting Caicedo at right back, if you invert him, I don't fancy Thiago Silva covering Mitoma in one-on-one situations, people. So yeah, there's lots to work on, guys. So for me, it's obviously going to be former Brighton goalkeeper Robert Sanchez in goal, for sure. I mean, that kind of explains itself. I don't really put him at fault for any of the Newcastle goals. I don't think there was particularly anything he could do about them. But hopefully Sanchez might have a little bit of extra motivation for this game, with it being against his former club as well. Hopefully we can have a situation where he has a little bit of extra motivation. Let's wait and see on that front. This is where it gets interesting now. Back four. It's going to have to be 4 centre-backs at the back. As I just said, I don't want to see Moises Caicedo play at right back because I think we missed too much in midfield. The options we've got, guys, is Axel Disasi plays right back, or we play Moises Caicedo at right back. We play Enzo and Ugachukwu in midfield with Gallagher in that 10 role. Those are basically the 2 options. And for me, this for me, I think represents the best chance of winning. I know Disasi wasn't good at right back against Brentford. It really didn't work very well at all. I also know that it's not ideal having him up against Mitoma. Really not ideal. We know what Mitoma is capable of. Badia Shil is going to be starting his 2nd game in a row. And then Levi Colwell is going to obviously have to play at left back. That for me is the back four. That makes the most sense. I don't look, could you make a case for Ian Martin to play at left back? Sure, but we know that's totally unrealistic in terms of the fact that Pochettino A doesn't see him as a left back, and B, we haven't seen Martin feature at all in the side for a number of weeks now. It would be very strange for him to come out and suddenly just play in this game after not featuring for a number of weeks. So that really wouldn't make an awful lot of sense. And then obviously Cole at left back's not ideal, but it's the best we've got really. The Sassy at right back is the best we can do. I think he's better at right back than Moises Caicedo is. I don't want to take away from Caicedo in midfield. I think we lose too much there. We saw that when Nkunku started against Newcastle. Yes, I know everyone was poor, but we saw what was missing when Caicedo didn't play against Newcastle from the off. And Nkunku was in there. He did struggle a little bit, as did everyone, in fairness, as did everyone. But yeah, look, I think it's clear that we need to keep that Enzo and Caicedo midfield in there. It's also good now as well. We had Pochettino today talking about Caicedo, and the pressure because of a big fee. He was saying it's easy to blame the money and different aspects because he is a human being. When something is covered in expectation, it's easy to find something to blame. For everyone, the expectation is different. The shirt is different and the badge is different. It's about time to fit and time to start to perform. That is why we have no doubt it's only time. I don't think I've got no doubts about Moises Caicedo. I think what is really going to help now is that he's going to have a settled period of a few months being at the club in terms of none of this back and forth to South America. There's none of that now until March. And that really is going to make a huge, huge difference. So, yeah, I look forward to that in terms of, him being able to just bed in, none of this travel. Same with Enzo Fernandez as well. None of this extra travel that has been essentially just a fucking huge. It's just been a massive nightmare that we don't need. A nightmare that we just simply do not need. But yeah, let's move away from talking about Caicedo, people. Let's hope we can see what else is possible. Obviously, that pivot for me, it has to be Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. I've seen Enzo Fernandez come in for quite a bit of criticism recently. Look, and for me, look, do we need to see more from Enzo? Yeah, absolutely. Do we need to find a way to get more goals from this midfield? We've gone from Jorginho, Kante, Kovacic, where there was no goals in it, and we've gone to Enzo, Caicedo, Gallagher, and Lavia, and there's no goals. I'm not saying that Enzo should be judged on his GNA because that's too simplistic a way of looking at football. If you watch the game with your eyes, you know how important and how good a player Enzo Fernandez is. But there's no denying we do need more from him. We need more from Caicedo, but we desperately need to find a way to get some goals from this midfield. We really, really need to find a way to get goals from the midfield, people, because right now we had no goals before with the Jorginho, Kovacic, and Kante. And we've completely revamped the midfield in terms of personnel, and we still have the same problem. There's no goals from midfield. There's still none there. It's an interesting one. I mean, another possibility could have been you play Caicedo at right back, and then you play Gallagher alongside Enzo in the pivot, and then you go Sterling, Mudryk, and Palmer. But I don't see that happening. I think Conor Gallagher as a pivot player really just doesn't work in my opinion. That just isn't happening. So yeah, it's an interesting one for sure. If we go to the attack, then I still think it's going to pretty much pick itself. Look, I'd like to see Mudryk start a game, but I just don't see where we fit him in. Again, Raheem Sterling 1 game away from a suspension. It's not ideal. It's not ideal. He picks up a yellow card. He misses the Man United game. What are the chances of Sterling getting booked in this game? Probably reasonably high. If we're being brutally honest, people, probably reasonably high. But look, Cole Palmer had his worst game in a Chelsea shirt against Newcastle, worst game of the season, as did a lot of players. But there's no doubt in my mind that he continues to start this game because everything good that Chelsea do tends to have Cole Palmer involved. I'm kind of wondering, despite the good form that Sterling's been in, does it make? Will that be in Pochettino's thought process that can we get we really need Sterling for Man United, if he picks up a booking, he's going to miss that United game. What's a worse game to miss, people? Is it worse to miss United or is it worse to miss Everton? If that were to be the case. I mean, in an ideal situation, he'd just get booked against Everton and he'd miss the game against Sheffield United at home. Or he'd get booked against Sheffield United at home and miss the Newcastle game in the Cup. But you look at it and you think, with the way that we're picking up yellow cards at the moment, 44 yellow cards, the most in the league. It's problematic. It's problematic. I don't know if it's enough to not start him, but yeah, you're going to be without him for the Man United game if he gets booked, which could be an issue. I think Conor Gallagher will play. I don't like Gallagher as much in these games because I don't think he has as big an influence against sides that. I'm not saying Brighton are a low block side, but they're not going to come out all guns blazing. Yes, they do play football, but they're not one of those that are going to come out all guns blazing like a City, like a Liverpool or whatever, and play into our hands. What else have we got going on here? So, look, I personally would start Sterling. He's in form. Yes, other than the goal, he was crap against Newcastle, but he is delivering G&A. He has been important for us. But it's an interesting thought, you know. It's an interesting thought in terms of, oh shit, what do we leave Sterling on the bench? But then he could easily come on and get booked anyway. I think if you start worrying about bookings, then you know you get yourself into all sorts of trouble. So yeah, I personally don't feel that this is gonna be the best way for us to go. I really don't. I think it's gonna be. Yeah, I think it's gonna be tough, people. It's a tough decision, but I just don't think we can think about bookings. If Sterling misses the Man United game, he misses the Man United game, and we go with Mykhailo Mudryk. It's as simple as that. It really is. And then Sterling's a Man United fan, is he? I don't know that. Sterling will start regardless. Look, I'd love to get Mudryk into the team somehow, but right now, you can't really, even for myself, like one of Mudryk's biggest fans, you can't really like make a legitimate claim for him for him to start. Like, I can't really make a bold claim for him to start because the others are simply doing better right now, and that's just the way it is. Gorev, I don't know when we're going to learn to defend set pieces. It's been a problem for the last few games. Absolutely. We need more. We need to be more switched on from set plays. We're leaving far too many people unmarked, and we're giving up really cheap goals. That's what we're doing. We're giving out cheap goals, which is not what we want to be doing. You know, it really isn't. You know, we've got to stop giving away cheap goals. Simple as that. But yeah, I'd love Mudryk to come in, but he's not. Martson won't play at left back. I'd say there's almost absolutely no chance that happens. For obvious reasons, Poch doesn't see him as a left back. I think Martson will leave in January anyway. I just cannot see Martson playing. Poch start Sterling. Yet defending wide area is a big issue as well. Yep. I mean, the thought of Disasi against Mitoma is a little bit scary, giving me kind of nightmares. That's not a great matchup. But then neither's Caicedo at right back, and then him inverting and leaving Silva one-on-one with Mitoma. That's not exactly a great situation to be in either. We have too many attackers on the bench. We don't have that many. I mean, we got Mudryk, Madueke. That's about it. Attacking wise on the bench. Oh, and Brozier as well, or Jackson, depending who starts. Breyer to start, in my opinion. Fair. Look, Breyer will start some of these games coming up, I think. We've got a lot of games coming up. I suspect that he will start one of the next three. I don't know which one it will be, though. Yeah, Madueke does need minutes as well, for sure. I think in the next sort of 3 games, he will get some minutes, and it's about making the most of those minutes, people. That's what it's about. Jackson is clueless up top. I don't think Jackson is clueless up top. He didn't have a good game against Newcastle. No one did. But I actually think 6-12 in the Premier League is not a bad return for someone that's in their third season of senior football. We absolutely do. We started with Misha and he scored twice, and then we bench him, so we need him on. I'd love to start Madrid, but I just don't see where he starts. That's the problem. I can't really make a legitimate case. It's Brighton. They're going to be well wide open. They're not a low block team. No, they absolutely aren't. I wouldn't play Caicedo at right back purely because I think it takes away from midfield too much, and what he offers in midfield is far greater to what he offers at right back. So yeah, I wouldn't be looking to play him at right back, to be perfectly honest. I don't like Gallagher in the pivot, or you put Ugachukwu in there. It takes away from that. I'm just not vibing that Caicedo at right back situation. I know Disasi at right back's not much better, but at least he's a natural defender, and he has played there before for Monaco. Yes, in a Brentford game, he was shit at right back, and it really didn't go well. Who can defend Evan Ferguson? Well, I don't know if Evan Ferguson will start. It could be Joao Pedro, top scorer in the Europa League. He's finding his feet. Looks a very good player. So yeah, there's a lot to ponder in terms of the team selection. But I do honestly think, guys, that most of the team, with what we've got available, pretty much picks itself. I've done that one. Big up to Geordie. Pick yourself up, brother. Yeah, hopefully you can do Man United in this weekend. That would be greatly appreciated. Put a dent in their confidence for when we go there midweek. Far more worried about Everton than Brighton. I would agree on that front. Would I start Breyer? We're going to get into that. Sancho's distribution needs to be better. Please beat Brighton, boys. They are direct rivals for us in terms of league position. Same with us. We just need to get some wins over whoever we're fucking playing. I put Martson at right back, Disasi against Matoma. I mean, look, Martson's not going to start. I'd be shocked if Martson started. I really would. And we should win this game. I'll be very disappointed if we lose to Brighton. I'll be very, very disappointed if we lose to Brighton as well. In fact, I'll be absolutely raging, to be fair. I'll be fuming if we don't beat Brighton. Guys, we're still 8 likes away. 30 of you in the building still. 7 likes to go to the 50 mark. Come on, people. 50 likes is not much to ask for. Let's get there as quickly as possible, guys. Last 7 likes is not many. It should be very, very straightforward, guys. So let's get it done. Come on, people. Run the likes up. I expect when I round this stream out in the next 10, 15 minutes or so that we have got well over 50 likes. We need 6 more, guys. Come on. I know there's more of you in there that haven't smashed the like. Stop freeloading, guys. If it's free content, it's such an easy thing to do. So make sure you do it. And let's get this to 50 likes ASAP. 6 to go, people. But yeah, in terms of starting up front, I probably would go with Nicholas Jackson again. I know Broja came on against against Newcastle, and it didn't really do very much. But then again, no one really did anything. Would I rather start Broja in this game? Or would I go Broja or Jackson? I probably still would go Jackson, but I think there's definitely a chance that if Jackson doesn't do well in this next game, then I would be looking to start Broja against Man United potentially. But I'd go Nicholas Jackson leading the line. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the chat. Who would you start in this game up front? Would you stick with Jackson, or would you continue? Or would you go with Broja? What would you do? Anyone also, guys? Any disagreements with the side my side that I play against Thingy? I mean, to be fair, I'd be more tempted in this game to play Palmer as a 10, Sterling on the right, Mudryk on the left. That's what I'd like to do. But I know full well that isn't going to happen. I don't think we need Gallagher in games like this. I'll be perfectly honest. I think Gallagher's had a very good season, but I don't think we need him in games like this. We need as much attacking power on the pitch as we possibly can. So actually, do you know what? Fuck it. This is my team. I think Conor Gallagher's been great this season, but I think we could benefit from more attackers on the pitch in this game. So I know Gallagher started every Premier League game, and I know full well that this is definitely not going to happen. But this is my team, and this is what I would like to see. I just don't think we need Gallagher in this game. That is what I would go with, people. That's my that's the side that I'd like to see play against Brighton on Sunday. I don't see it happening. So yeah, let's see. Well, that's the team that I go with. People, let me know your thoughts. Would you go with Jackson or Brozier? We've got Brozier, Jackson. I'd start Amanda Brozier. That's my opinion. Fair. Cole Palmer, false nine. I probably wouldn't go for that myself. Yeah, and Nkunku should make an appearance on the bench, providing he passes an assessment tomorrow. He is being assessed tomorrow, and then obviously we go from there and we see how we get on with him. But if he's declared fit to play tomorrow, then that's what we go with. We go with that. But let's wait and see what happens on that front, people. Let's wait and see what happens. I want to see some fights for players for this game. Who would you take off in Nkunku on the bench? Oh, anyone really, doesn't really matter. Jackson over Brozier. Yeah, I think definitely for this game, but I certainly think, over the next week, where we've got 3 difficult games coming up, we will start to see Jackson. You'll see Jackson and Brozier rotating for sure within that lineup. I just look at that team and I think, right, defensively, it's not ideal having to play 4 centre-backs, but I mean, it's amazing that we've ended up in a position, people, where we've got all 4 fullbacks missing from this game. It's ridiculous, really, when you think about it. Gusto and Chilwell injured, and you've got James and Cucurella both suspended as well. I mean, it is mad when you think about it that we've somehow ended up in this situation, but I'm sure we can overcome it. I'm sure we can, do our best, but it's going to be a problem. I also agree. I somehow feel that we're not going to see Nkunku in this game, but look, hopefully I'm wrong. I'd love to see it, but I just personally don't see it like that. It's just as simple as that. I personally don't see it happening, but you just never know, people. I don't know. Find out the result of the assessment or whatever. Maybe we're just going to find out Sunday. Who knows? Will there be an update tomorrow? I don't really know. But yeah, it's going to be interesting, guys. It is going to be interesting. But yeah, no fullbacks available is a strange one. Matoma against the Sassy does worry me. I can't lie. It does massively worry me. What's your opinion on Enzo? I honestly don't think he's doing enough. Opinion on Enzo is that I think too many people simply view football through GNA and don't actually watch it with their eyes. Like, if you use your eyes and you watch Enzo Fernandez, you can see how good a player he is and what he offers to this team. Does he need to do more? Yes, absolutely. Do a lot of these players need to do more? Yes, absolutely. Doing enough? I think he's being let down by what's around him as well. I'm not saying he's been perfect or anything, but he's had I think he's had a good season so far. He's doing a lot better than a lot of people would make you out to believe. Goals and assists has never really been his thing. Yes, we could do with midfield chipping in with more numbers, of course, but there's more to football than just numbers. And if you use your eyes and you actually watch Enzo Fernandez play, you can see what he does and how important he is to this Chelsea team. But yeah, look, of course, we'd like to have more from him. Of course, we'd like to have more from him. Guys, 4 more likes. Come on, people. Let's get this last 4 likes knocked off. There's still over 20 of us in the building, guys. So let's get these last few likes knocked off. Simple as that. Come on, people. Run the likes up. We need 4 more likes to hit the 50 mark. There's no excuse for this not to happen, guys. No excuse for this not to happen. 4 more likes. Let's get it done, people. 4 more. Someone unlikes. No, it's 4 more likes, people. Come on, run it up, guys. Run it up. It's a long and lazy week only playing 1 match. It is, but we've got 3 matches in the space of 7 days coming up next. Getting into tournaments keeps... Yeah. Trevor Chalobah is finally alive. Oh, yeah, he was. I watched that video. Quite a good video. Enzo needs to step up for Argentina too. I don't really watch much of Argentina. Man United served raw chicken during an event hosted at Old Trafford. yeah, I don't know why they've done that, but yeah, obviously, not only is their stadium falling down, they clearly don't know how to cook. After several people allegedly became unwell after being served raw chicken during an event at Old Trafford. Fair. Oh yeah, they not only can they not play football very well, they also clearly can't cook. So yeah, is what it is, isn't it? But yeah, that's the team that I'd go with. That is the team that I'd go with, people. I feel confident-ish with it. But how confident can you ever really feel with a Chelsea team? How confident can you ever really feel? Because yeah, the ZH brace against United as well. Yeah, United are a finished club. I don't need to wait. Don't need to waste time with them. We can deal with them next week when the game with them comes up. But yeah, we don't need to worry too much about them whatsoever, guys. We absolutely don't need to do that. What else have we got going on? Guys, let me know your score predictions in the chat, people. Score predictions over. Nah, do you know what? I went with it because I just feel that in these games, I don't think in these games against. I'm not saying Brighton aren't as big a side as some of the bigger sides. In these games, particularly at home, I just don't. I feel we could benefit from an extra natural attacking player on the pitch. Nothing against Gallagher in terms of how he's played this season. He's been brilliant, but I just feel that for me personally, I'd like to see more attackers on the pitch to give us a better chance in this game. We're playing at home. I just don't think Gallagher's required for this game. It's simple as that for me. 2-1 Chelsea. Do you think Mudryk will live up to his price tag? Well, Mudryk has cost £62.5 million, and then it rises to 88 million if we win like the Champions League and the Premier League multiple times. So if we end up paying the full fee for him, it's been more than worth it. But initially, it's an initial £62.5 million, which a lot of people seem to conveniently forget or they miss out when talking about Mudryk's transfer fee. We've got a 2-1 Chelsea. Gallagher good off the bench as well. Yep. I mean, Gallagher, I don't think Gallagher will start all three of these games. I mean, I could be wrong, and he might do. But yeah, I'm just unsure, guys. I am unsure on that one. We'll have to wait and see kind of what happens. Hopefully, Nkunku destroys Harry Maguire. Maybe. He won't start next week, I don't think. I'd be shocked if he did. 2-2. Do you think picking up a world-class goalkeeper would... yeah, for sure. Look, I'm not shitting on Sanchez, but I think so far for me, the jury's kind of out on him for me in terms of whether he can be a long-term Chelsea number one, kind of what we're looking for. I would never associate Sanchez with being, a top-class goalkeeper. I think he's good. I think he's got room to improve at 25 years of age. He's shown at Brighton when he was playing regularly under Potter that he can be a very good goalkeeper in this league. I'm still yet to be convinced as to whether he is the man to kind of take Chelsea to the next level. But who knows? Who knows? We could all be wrong on that one, and he could turn out to be a very good goalkeeper. I tell you what, though, I'm glad that we didn't end up signing Andre Onana, because that's not looked good at all. It really hasn't. Guys, 3 more likes. Come on, people. There's 30 of us in the building. There's surely 3 people that have not smashed that like button. So let's get it done, guys. No excuses not to. Let's get it done right now. Final 3 likes, people. Final 3 likes. Just smash that thumb button. It's free and it takes seconds. So let's get it done, guys. 0 excuses not to be getting it done. Come on, people. It's free and it takes seconds. I better not hear a quiet group of Chelsea fans on their own pitch. No, the atmosphere needs to be spot on for this game. It needs to be spot on. Simple as that. It can't be anything other than a big atmosphere. Get behind the boys. And then, yeah, let's just see what's possible. Anything could be possible. We just gotta do our thing, guys. We got to do our thing. My opinion, Sanchez's error is far too much. He can't be our first choice keeper. I mean, I'd like Mike Maignan, but at the moment he's making a lot of mistakes. I think someone like Mike Maignan would be a very good choice for us. But I'll be honest, people, I don't think we're going to be signing a new goalkeeper. I think this is the club view Sanchez as the number one right now. And I think that's certainly going to be the case for the next few years, and unless we become opportunistic in the market or we become ruthless and we just do our thing and we just bring someone better in, then yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It'll be interesting, but I don't think Chelsea are going to bring in a new goalkeeper anytime soon. A new centre forward's needed, maybe a centre back, maybe a left back as we go into the summer and stuff. I'm looking forward to the transfer window opening. I wouldn't say looking forward, but it's always good fun, the transfer window. There'll be daily transfer streams every single day on the channel, guys. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Like in the summer when we are streaming every single day, it's going to be the same again in the January window. I'm not sure it'll be as eventful, but yeah, make sure you're locked in for the channel for January window. 2-1 Chelsea. Sanchez has a score to settle against his old team and proved De Zerbi wrong. Yep. Any updates on the new stadium? No, nothing major. I think we'll get more concrete updates next year in terms of what we're going to do, sort of a bit more of a roadmap, bit more of a plan. But yeah, guys, that is the team that I would go with. In terms of my score prediction for this game, I don't think this is going to be a particularly high scoring game. I reckon I'm going to go for a 2-1 Chelsea win. I'm more basing that on the fact that we simply have to win this game. I think we can do it. It'll be interesting to see what kind of lineup he goes with. I think it'll be fairly similar to what I've got, apart from Sterling will move to the left, Palmer on the right, Gallagher in the middle. But we can hope maybe I'll see this. And then we just got to go for it. We've just got to go for it. Simple as that, people. We just have to go for this, guys. People, come on. 2 more likes. 2 more likes to the 50. Let's get it done, guys. 2 more likes to 50 likes. Very, very simple, people. Come on, guys. 30 in the building. There must be 2 of you that haven't smashed the like button. So let's run this up to 50 likes before I round out in the next couple of minutes. I don't see much happening with Chelsea in January. I think we will make only 1 signing, like a striker. Yeah, I think hopefully we'll sign a striker. Maybe we also bring in a couple of youngsters. Well, I mean, hopefully we don't, but I can imagine there probably will be some youngsters coming in. It wouldn't be Chelsea without youngsters coming in. It just seems to be the way things are right now. But let's hope that doesn't happen, although I probably think it will happen. But yes, my prediction is 2-1, people. 2-1. I don't think we're going to get Moscardo. He's in pole position to go to PSG. We don't need him. What do we need Moscardo for? We've got Ugachukwu, we've got Santos, we've got Castellari, we've got Lavia, we've got Gallagher, we've got Enzo, we've got Caicedo. That's 8 midfielders on the books already. Why do we need a 9th? We don't. We simply don't need a 9th. But yeah, guys, I'm going 2-1. Chelsea Brighton Sunday 2 p.m. kickoff. Only a win will do. Only a win will do. And we need to start stringing a run of games together. This is now where the season really starts to ramp up. Games coming thick and fast. It's a busy December period. Chelsea notoriously do not have good December periods. We need to make sure that we drastically improve our December form. Let's hope that we do. And it would be really great to start off this month with a win, considering we ended last month getting humiliated. Give me Osimhen. Look, Osimhen. Look, could we have some sort of Enzo Fernandez situation in January with Osimhen? Maybe we could. Maybe we could, people. I don't know for certain, but maybe we could on that front. But yeah, look, guys, still 2 more likes. Come on, people. I don't know why 2 of you aren't hitting this like button. It's free, and it takes seconds, and it really helps me out. Let's get this to 50. Guys, come on. Get it to 50. I would prefer Ivan Toney. More Brazilian young strikers to come. Can't wait. Yeah, no, I hear it. Osimhen will flop, sadly. I just feel it. Yeah, maybe. I always have that kind of worry in the back of my mind. Big money striker, if he does come in. Is that the right thing to do? Oh, I don't know. We need to do something, and we do need a top level midfielder. We do. It's not a midfielder, sorry, striker. But yeah, let's see what happens. Pick yourself up, Michael. Appreciate your support as always. Guys, I'm going to round this one out now. I'm going for a 2-1 win. On your way out, make sure you keep running the likes up, people. Smash that like button on the way out. 3 more likes to 50. Let's get it done. No excuses not to. Thanks to everyone that's tuned in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. I might be back tomorrow. Certainly with a video upload. Maybe I'll do a call-in show tomorrow, potentially. Actually, no, probably not. Next week for the call-in show. Guys, yeah, I might be back tomorrow with another live, depending if any news happens. If not, I'll be back with a video upload. And then stay tuned on Sunday, people. Match reaction, match vlog video dropping after the game, all that good stuff. So, yeah, guys, enjoy the rest of your Friday. Have a good Saturday. And I'll catch you again Sunday. Match vlog, match reaction. Up the Chelsea, and peace out, people.